exactly, but there's some elements of that that are still within you that are at the core of you. Like, let's say somebody told you, you're really good at talking to people. And you're thinking, well, what do I do with that? I don't know. Like, what kind of side hustle could that be? I like
we all talk to people.
I guess,
yeah.
Right. But then you start to dig in, you start to research, you start listening to podcasts or watching YouTube videos and seeing the common threads of other people who might be really good at talking to people. And you say, oh, this is what they've done, or this is what they're working on. Could I see myself doing that? How could I do that? And it's just this area of just play and exploration. And is really, as much as it is starting a side hustle, it's a process of self-discovery as well.
I think we can get caught in limiting beliefs when we look at what other people are doing out there. And we can say, well, there's already 100 podcasts about side hustles. There's already all the videos about this crazy little drum that you just bought. But instead say, oh, wait, I'm already limiting my potential here. Reframe that belief. This is a great designing your life principle of reframing your limiting beliefs, get in the practice of catching them and rewriting them. And instead say like, wow, they've already proven that there is a need for this topic, that this is a topic that people are interested. And I am going to do something similar without having to guess if this is, something people are even going to want to listen to. And I'm going to show up to my group of people that are ready to listen to my perspective on it. Maybe that is the beginner perspective. Maybe it's someone with a little bit of, maybe you're a busy mom, for instance. I mean, that's a lot of the videos that I'm creating. I'm like, here's real estate investing, and I'm a busy mom. And I don't see a lot of that being talked about out there. So there's always something that you can show up and you can do and look at everything that's been done before and say, this is great. This is such good information for me to be able to move forward here because they've proven that this is a valuable topic.
Oh, I love that so much, because it's such a trap that you can get caught in, is thinking, I don't have anything worthwhile to contribute. It's all already been done. But each of you who are listening, each of you has your own unique voice, your own unique experiences. And so I love that. Take that and turn it on its head and say, this is my proof of concept. It's already out there, which means it works, which means other people are investing their time and energy into it. And so it's proof that I should too. Love that.
Yeah. Well, so some other side hustle ideas that I've come across over the years, I really like that people jump into being a virtual assistant. And I think that you can learn so much about everybody's different businesses, especially if you kind of cater to smaller, one person, a solopreneur who just needs 20 hours a week, who just needs 10 hours a week. You're learning the insides of those businesses. So becoming a virtual assistant is a really great way, really flexible, often remote positions, that sort of thing.
I definitely want to get into the real estate because that's a great side hustle and lots of different ways to get into real estate. But one other one I wanted to add was around pet sitting, dog walking, and house sitting. And the reason I wanted to highlight this one is because one, it can be fairly easy to get something like a dog walking service in your neighborhood off the ground. You might post it in, a neighborhood forum or something like that, and immediately you'd have some clients, right? But it might lead to more than you think. And so I know somebody who actually, she travels, she's a full-time digital nomad, and, she's living for free. And so there's lots of different ways to go about it and to be creative around your side hustles. Okay, but with that, I definitely want to get into real estate because this is our favorite by far. So Susan, just give us the basics. If somebody who's listening wants to start with Airbnb, do they just go to the website and sign up, or what's that process look like at a high level?
Yeah, I think that starting with the Airbnb website is great. They're going to give you a lot of sort of like guiding you through those first steps. But I would also think about like, what about your house could you offer to other people? Do you travel frequently? What is your travel schedule? Most people start Airbnb by renting out sort of a side bedroom or a different unit within their own home. Maybe it's an ADU, maybe it's a bedroom above a garage. It doesn't even have to have a kitchen these days. You can rent out just a bed and a bathroom, And that's it. As long as you, of course, tell your renters about all of that. Other people even continue to do the very house sharing model where they welcome someone into their home with them. They give them one of the bedrooms. They say you can use the kitchen or not use the kitchen, whatever your preference is. So do kind of a home audit. For us, we don't really have a great space that we could share with anyone else. We have a pretty small home. But we do like to travel. We go stay with grandparents often when we travel, or we're doing camping and rafting trips. So we're not exactly paying for like expensive Airbnbs when we travel. So to be able to rent our home out while we go is a great way for an annual declutter fest. Let me tell you, getting it set up to Airbnb takes about a weekend of like locking our personal belongings into closets. Yep. There's all kinds of little tips that you can have along the way. And setting it up to be like a really nice, lovely home that people can stay in. We've got the kids' supplies, we've got all the notes, and we've got the guides. I really enjoy providing that service to someone. The town that I live in is extraordinary, and I love facilitating someone else exploring that town. So think about what parts of your home you could offer if you think that Airbnb might be a good fit for you.
Yeah. And that's such a good reminder that a side hustle doesn't always need to be a hustle and a grind. I've had way more side hustles that have failed than I've had side hustles that have stuck. So if you try one and it doesn't work, don't be disheartened. Just know that there's never failure. There's only feedback. And then you move on to the next one and get closer and closer.
It's so important to think of failure that way and everything we do.
Yes, absolutely.